What's up, YouTube? Team Inception here with a kind of a card review thing. A few days ago, or maybe just a day or so ago, I was going through my box of commons and people were talking about Absolute Zero, about its being released and shit like that. So I was going through my commons looking for good stuff to pull aside in case I ever needed it, and I came across the card that I really want to talk about today. It would be Dimension Explosion. A quick play spell card that returns a face-up fusion monster you control to the fusion deck, and both players select up to 2 of their monsters that are removed from play and special summon them. With cards like Fusion Gate and Miracle Fusion, you can remove materials for Absolute Zero from play to special summon it. And on top of that, there's a whole bunch of decks out there that run like Bayou, Necrogardener, Shiny Black Sea, and shit like that. And because of that, it makes Dimension Explosion actually something that you can use. You can special summon back stuff like Malicious and Deep Sea Diva, which allows you to synchro summon, or you can refuse them, one of the two. It also works with Absolute Zero's effect. When it's removed from the field, you destroy all your opponent's monsters. Since it's not an optional effect, it happens no matter what. So I tested it on World Championship 2009 just to see how it would play out, like ruling wise, timing and shit. The way it works is this activates, putting it back in the extra deck. Then both players special summon up to 2 of their removed play monsters. Then Absolute Zero activates, destroying every monster that your opponent has. So every monster they just brought back off of Dimension Explosion gets destroyed. This is actually really cool because it leaves your opponent wide open for a direct attack. Being Absolute Zero, if they tried to Mirror Force it or anything, you can still play Dimension Explosion, put them in defense, and they still lose all their monsters. But Mirror Force and Torrential and stuff, that all are basically affects their opponent too. And because of that, I think that Absolute Zero could actually become a viable themed deck. But with Dimension Explosion, I think it's actually a pretty cool card. It makes it actually playable, but Dimension Explosion is also useful in a few other decks. You could probably use it in Hopeless Dragon, because you use Red Eyes Wyvern to remove from play. You also use Red Eyes Darkness Metal to special summon it from your hand. You also remove for Dragon's Mirror if you're using Future Fusion and Dragon's Mirror for 5-headed dragon. So, but you basically have to use 5-headed no matter what in that deck if you're gonna use it in Hopeless. But still, you can also use it in Gemini's, which is actually really cool if you can put out more than one Raptinus, because you can use Dragon's Mirror for it too. But if you have another Raptinus out and you play Dimension Explosion and bring back 2 Gemini's, they're automatically an effect monster. So remove from play 2 of your big heavy hitting Gemini's, like Phoenix Gearfried or something if you're using it. And then you can just special summon them back with Dimension Explosion, and they get their effects if you have another Raptinus out, which is actually really cool. But there's a whole bunch of other low, non-competitive decks that it can work in as well. I would really like to build a deck with Absolute Zero based on this, but a lot of people are saying it's a bad idea. I posted a deck on ETC forums. They seem to like the idea, but I'm thinking that the deck, if you're gonna run Dimensional Explosion, you need to run cards like Kaiku and DD Crow. That way you can remove monsters from your opponent's graveyard. But if you end up putting like Bayou or Necrogardener or shit like that back in the graveyard, with Kaiku on the field, they can't really activate their effects and remove them from play. It's just like an extra assurance. Like if you're trying to go for game, Kaiku helps with that situation. Same with DD Crow in a way, but there was a few other cards that I found when I was going through my shit that I kind of wanted to talk about, but I don't think I can get them all in this one video, so, I'm not sure if there's really anything else left to say on Dimension Explosion. It's a really good card. At least I think so. The art's amazing. I love it. Japan got it as a super rare, so I think that they kind of realized what or how they could use it. I'm not sure if Absolute Zero was out by or around the same time or not, but I highly doubt it. Either way, it's still really good. Something that I would at least test around with. I might talk about the Diva thing that Dale Bolito talked about a few days ago, because I kind of have some points on that as well. So, you know, just be sure to check that out. One other thing before I end this video, I have my monster binder coming in. I also have a blank playmat and a whole bunch of other stuff coming in, so I'm going to try and probably either get a deck video up or a binder video up in the next few days, assuming I get my monster binder in. So, you know, I haven't confirmed any new trades, so there's no new updates I need to do, and that's about it. So yeah, just comment, subscribe, whatever. I really don't care if you hate the idea of using Dimension Explosion. It's just my opinion. It's actually something that I would like to test. I figured I'd share the idea with people because a few of my friends like the idea, and you know, it's just something fun to try out, I guess. I really don't know, don't care. It's just, you know, something. I like being innovative and different. So anyways, like I said, rate, comment, subscribe, whatever. So peace.